Hey guys, I've been MIA for a while, but today we are doing a SHEIN versus Zaful try-on haul. Disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. I saw a lot of other girls doing this, and no shame to them, but they are very pretty and very skinny, and so I wanted to make my own video to show more of a different kind of body type that a lot of people could have. This is purely for body positivity. I don't want any negative comments below about my body or anybody else's body. This is to know what swimsuits we should get for the summer. The try-on portion to this video is important because you need to see how the swimsuits look like on, especially if you're getting it from a website like SHEIN or Zaful. So if you haven't heard of SHEIN and Zaful before, they are super cheap websites that are mostly known for their swimsuits, but they also have like super cheap clothing and accessories. On May 27th, I realized I had absolutely no swimsuits, and this was getting up to summer where we're starting to make like swimming plans. So at 2 in the morning, I had a mental breakdown and bought 13 items. Not all swimsuits. I do have a shirt and 2 jewelry items, but the rest are swimsuits. 10 swimsuits total. Now let's talk about the differences between SHEIN and Zaful. Took SHEIN 2 weeks, where it took Zaful 3 weeks to get to me. Some other differences between SHEIN and Zaful is that SHEIN, to me personally, is a better website. On SHEIN, in the reviews, it shows you the size that people ordered when they talk about their items, because they don't always write what size they got. So it can be kind of confusing when you're trying to pick what size works for your body. On Zaful, it doesn't say the size that they bought, so it was really confusing for me. SHEIN started this thing where you can buy the top and the bottom swimsuits separately. So you can get a top in a size small and a bottom in a size medium, which is super cool because I haven't seen that on those sites before, and it's definitely nowhere on Zaful. Zaful is not doing that. You have to get the top and bottom the same size. That's another reason why I prefer SHEIN. SHEIN also got to me quicker. On Zaful, I only bought one suit. It was $38 total including shipping, even though the suit was only like $12 or $14. So moving on to measurements and sizes. Now I will have my measurements listed on the screen right here. I ended up getting a medium and everything because I checked the size charts for every single item, which I highly recommend doing. Also recommend checking the reviews. I should mention though that a lot of cuts, it doesn't matter how bigger you get it or how smaller you get it, the cut might just not work with your body type. For example, I have a B cup, and so very like cleavage heavy wide tops don't work very well for me because I will shift one way and then all of a sudden things can go bad. Pick what works for you and something that you'll feel comfortable in running around in, and like if you were to actually swim in it. So this is what the package looked like when I got it. I mean, that rep came in after I had it, so that wasn't a problem with them. And obviously I've already opened it because I've already tried on all of these. So this is what it came in. And then the swimsuits themselves come in this super cute little baggies, which I prefer to keep these so that you can keep your swimsuits separate in their little baggies so you don't go missing the pieces. So let's open this puppy up. I had to get a swimsuit in an orange color. It looks darker in person than it does on camera, but it is like a really pretty orange color. So my first notes with this top, all of the bathing suits I got from SHEIN have removable pads in them. You can see right here where you can remove them. This swimsuit in particular has like this ribbed material that I really like. It's kind of more like a sweater, and it's a sports bra. You could wear this with shorts as a top, which is why I got this top. On me, this top in size medium, it was a little big, but one of the straps was a little bigger. I do wish it was like slightly smaller. You can't adjust the straps because they're so thick. When I received this top, it had a lot of loose strings on it. And these are what the bottoms look like. They're the same ribbed material. On the inside it is white. And these are very cheeky. These are the back of the bottom. So yeah, super cheeky. A lot of the swimsuits on SHEIN and Zaful are very cheeky, so that's just something to keep in mind when you're shopping on these websites. I got these because they are high rise, and high rise just is really flattering on my body type. I really like the high rise on these. They're perfect. And this waistband too just really cinches your waist in, and the waistband is double lined unlike the rest of it. My biggest concern with these bottoms, with how cheeky they are, is like if if you just shift a certain way, they're going right up you. Like, these are very dangerous to be in, and you're constantly kind of pulling your wedgie out while on the beach, which is really frustrating. I feel like if they were a little bit tighter, that wouldn't happen, so I'm not sure. I would say the overall fit of the top and bottom is still pretty good. I do recommend this swimsuit. I forgot to mention the one thing about this swimsuit that I love the most is I wore it to the beach, and it was definitely one of the swimsuits in this whole haul that I felt the safest in, even though what I said about those bottoms. The top for sure was very supportive. Nothing was gonna go anywhere, nothing was going to peek out. I felt fine playing in the waves and water in that top. Now, moving on to the second swimsuit. It's this really pretty light blue color. I definitely wanted to get this because I have blue eyes, so it just really works well with my eyes. I also love this top because it's such girly vibes with the little ruffles at the bottom and the tie in the middle. I do want to mention the tie comes off. You can tell in the try on. So if you don't want it on there, the only weird part is that the ruffles aren't where the tie is. So if you do remove the tie, there is a little gap in the ruffles, so I prefer it with the tie. The straps on this one are a little large, just like the last one, but nothing bad. Like, you just pull it down a little bit and it's fine. Again, all of these swimsuits have removable pads. This one is a ribbed material, but it's not like the other one. This one has more of like a crisscross thing going on. I don't know if you can tell on there. But yeah, it is ribbed, and then on the inside, it's like swimsuit material. Originally, when I tried it on, I didn't have any problems with it shifting around and exposing anything, but then when I wore it at the beach, every time I bent down or like was making a sandcastle or something, I didn't feel safe in this top. Again, I have a B cup. This much cleavage, this big of like a dip around my chest is just very risky for me. Yeah, I don't feel the most comfortable in it, which really sucks because to me, it was one of the cutest swimsuits I got. If it just was a little closer together, it would be better. That was my only bad part about the top. Moving on to the bottoms, they are a little lower than I was expecting. I thought I would be able to pull them up on my hips more. However, the sizing is perfect on these. I love how tight they are. They're still pretty cheeky. I mean, to be expected with this website. My only pet peeve with these is that the tag on the side is really, really obnoxiously long. So when you're wearing it, just kind of slips down sometimes and you have to tuck it away or hide it. I mean, I'll probably just cut it off in the future. I mean, that's the only real problem I have with these, other than me wishing they were a little bit more high-waisted. Now, this next swimsuit was kind of a disaster for me, which is really disappointing because I mostly bought this swimsuit for Instagram. But as you can see in the try-on, it's a different color than the scrunchie I have, and I bought neon green, one, because it makes you look tanner, and two, because I wanted it to match my scrunchie so I could do a cool look with it with like in a high ponytail. It's more of tennis ball yellow than a neon green compared to the scrunchie, and this is like a bandeau style top, which you know is kind of risky. What I do love though is that there's a sewn seam here in the middle. The removable pads aren't gonna move together and create like a uniboob. The thing I don't like about this though is these clasps. I think if you've bought from SHEIN before, you know these clasps. I can't figure this out. There we go. No. So just imagine trying to do this when like your top falls off in the middle of a water park. You're pretty much screwed. You close it by putting these in like that, and I'll show you on the other side too. But yeah, trying to figure that out when your top falls off at like a water park or in the ocean is gonna be a pain. You can't do it. It's so flimsy. It comes off so easily. So much rather just cut these off and sew it together, which is probably what I'll do because I do actually really like the fit of this top. I bounced around in it and everything. It wasn't falling down. This, again, size medium, was perfect for me. I know it's a look for some girls nowadays to kind of hike bandeau tops up to show under boob. This specific one and you can do that pretty easily if that's your thing. The material on these swimsuits is like a normal swimsuit material, and the inside is white. Moving on to the bottoms, they're high-waisted, and like I said earlier, that goes well with my body type. They have this like really cartoonish belt, which just really intrigued me, and again, I bought this swimsuit more for Instagram than actually swimming in. These bottoms were pretty baggy on me, and something I found weird is that the belt loops are a lot smaller than the belt itself, so it just kind of looks weird and is like pulling where the belt loops are. But that's not even the worst part about this swimsuit. The worst part is how thin it is. You can see a camel toe in this. You cannot wear these out in public, and even for an Instagram photo, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that now. But definitely wouldn't wear this suit around your family or anybody, honestly. The belt, like, even though the swimsuit is stretchy itself, the belt isn't as stretchy, so it was kind of hard to get onto my body. I highly don't recommend this swimsuit because, I mean, you can see camel toe, so what's the point, you know? Moving on to the next swimsuit, this is the exact same suit as the first one, the orange one. I just got it in 3 different colors because I knew I would feel really comfortable in this swimsuit and that it would be pretty perfect for my body type. I think a size medium is still probably better for me in the long run, so I don't like feel too tight around my rib cage. This one I got in a teal because I really wanted to mix match the orange and the teal to match my longboard that I just got. At first didn't have any loose strings, but it's starting to pill right there, if you can see that. I don't think these are the best quality. If you run them through the wash and dryer, they might not hold up very well, and you might need to get one of those like pilling machines for them because they are that kind of knitted sweater material. The bottoms, same as the first one, they're a little cheeky and baggy in the back, so they will kind of up you a little bit. And I really like these bottoms too because unlike the other ones where the tag was on the side, the tag is in the back, so it doesn't matter how long it is because you're not constantly fixing it versus if it was on the side. And still highly recommend this bathing suit. That's why I got it in 3 different colors. So I should say the color of that suit is more of a mint, like EOS lip balm kind of color than a teal, but that was perfect for me. I still loved it. This next suit, guys, was such a disappointment. Like, I was really looking forward to this, and when the top came in and I tried it on, it just was way too big. I do like it better than the neon green one because it's all the way around, doesn't have a stupid clasp, and it does still have removable pads with the seam in the middle so you don't get that uniboob situation, but it was just way too big. Like, I could jump 2-3 times and it would fall down, and that was just extremely disappointing because this one is white and I could just wear it as a normal bandeau top. I'm honestly debating on just sewing this in the back or on the sides to make it smaller, which is probably what I'll do. If you get this, I recommend getting the top itself separate or in a smaller size. But this did come together. They didn't come separately, so there was just no way for me to get a smaller size because I know for a fact in bottoms I am a medium. This bandeau top is also wider than the other one, so if you wanted to do the underboob trend, you wouldn't really be able to do that with this one because it would just ride up into your armpits. Like, it just wasn't possible, but that's also just because it's just too big. Moving on to the bottom, look at these adorable tie-dye swimsuit bottoms. They are a swimsuit material and they're tie-dye both inside and out of it, which is so much better than having a different color on the inside, like, let's be honest. And these are also sick because nothing is perfectly centered. I think it would be weird if one of the tie-dye spots was perfectly centered down here. And I definitely got this because I love tie-dye. You can barely see in that hoodie back there. And also just Pride Month. These bottoms are one of my favorites because they are high-rise. As you can tell, the sides are pretty thick. I would have preferred if they were a little bit thinner on the sides. To me, these are a perfect size, perfect fit. I recommend these bottoms. They are just so comfortable. Even though the tag is on the side of the bottoms instead of the back, since it's so thick on the sides, you don't have to worry about adjusting the tag. I mean, I probably still will cut it off anyway. This next suit, guys, is just so cute. And also, I heard you're more attractive if you're wearing red, so I wanted to test that out. So with this suit, I actually got the top and the bottom separate, so this is one of those new things that SHEIN is doing. This one is just red, more of like an orangey red, I would say, and then it has these adorable little white flowers all over over it. And then I wanted to get a different style than the ones I was getting before, since I got 3 of the same suit and like 2 bandeau tops. I found this one which had the cute little tie-up on the side. The ties are a little bit longer than I would like, so you just take the ties and put them in bows on the side, which is amazing because that means that this top is adjustable unlike all the other ones. This top does have removable pads like the others. The inside material is the same as the outside for the most part, except for the back, so it's only double lined in the front, which I guess works because like if you were to take the pads out, like that's where it matters anyway. For the top, it was a little tight on me, but it wasn't too tight. It just was like a little bit obvious, but that's fine too because if I jump around and stuff, like it's not going anywhere. So I do feel pretty safe in this swimsuit top. For the bottoms, I should have gotten a size up to test out having them be different sizes, but I did get a medium in the top and bottom. So this is what the mediums look like. This is how cheeky they are. It was kind of annoying too because these are pretty low rise, so I mean if you hike them up more and they get even more cheeky, like you're being a little risky, which isn't so much more my thing. It is double lined the same swimsuit material on both sides. The tag is on the side. You know how I feel about that. Just gonna cut it off. They're a little small. I'm not sure I'm really gonna wear these bottoms. I don't feel very comfortable in these. I definitely recommend if you're getting this suit to size up in the bottoms, which is perfect since they have this one separately. So for this next suit, it's the exact same as the first orange one and the mint green one, just in white because white is more versatile. You can kind of wear it with like any kind of swimsuit, also just wearing it as a top or a sports bra. I did remove the pads though, and you definitely could see my nipples because it's white. So here's the bottom, and because this one's white, I feel like you could risk camel toe a little bit more with this one compared to the orange and teal one. So that's just something to take in consideration. So for our last swimsuit, I did another thing where you can buy the top and bottom separate, where I just got some bottoms. I've noticed that this like Dalmatian print or like polka dot print is really trendy right now. I know a lot of people on YouTube who have it as like a wallpaper. So I thought it would be super cute to get as bikini bottoms because it's just black and white, like it literally goes with everything. However, I did get this in a size medium and it's really low rise. It is not high rise at all, which I guess I should have noticed more in the picture. Maybe that's my fault. These are super cheeky. The more you hike them up, the cheekier they get. So it's just, even for a medium though, these are extremely tiny. I think you can tell in the try on and me just holding them up. I would get a size up in these or find ones in this print that are more high-waisted. They are swimsuit material though, and they are the same print on the inside and outside. They do have the tag on the hip, which is kind of annoying and will be cutting off if I keep these bottoms. They are too small for me, and I honestly want to get some that are high rise and bigger because I really do love this print. I only wore these in the try on portion and I will be washing them. I think I will be selling these on my Depop. If nobody buys them, then I'll probably just throw them away because I literally don't know what else to do with these. The shirt came in a completely different package. It just says SHEIN on the side. I really like this package better, honestly, because it's like an actual Ziploc, which is just quicker and easier to open and close. What I also liked about this packaging is that it has paper or like tissue paper over the top of the graphic. If the truck got super hot or something during shipping, the graphic wouldn't melt onto the plastic packaging, which was just really considerate and smart. Now, I was kind of dumb when buying this shirt because I imagined in my head like wanting to wear it with shorts but also be a t-shirt dress, so I wasn't really sure what size to get it in, but I just got it in a medium anyway, which is a normal t-shirt size for me. I don't like t-shirts that are tight fitted, mainly just because it's like uncomfortable in your armpits. Just half orange, half white. One thing I didn't like about this shirt is that it has neon yellow stitching throughout the entire shirt. I really wish it was just white stitching or even orange, but neon yellow just doesn't make sense with this shirt. It makes it look cheap. I do like the quality of the graphic. It's not like one solid thing. Like these parts right here, the graphic is still just normal shirt material. I mean, it's a high quality graphic, but the shirt itself really isn't high quality. Even the orange part is see-through. But the entire shirt itself is see-through. Another thing I didn't like about this shirt is that the sleeves go really low. They hit my elbows. It's also kind of annoying with how long the sleeves were, but how short the shirt is itself. Holy crap, that was a tongue twister. You can tell right there, it's kind of a square, less than like a rectangle. I was expecting it to be longer so I could wear it as like at least have it go past my shorts and then tuck half of it into my shorts. So that was a little disappointing with how short it is. The neckline is really high, as you can see in the try-on, but it also was wide, so it wasn't choking me. I really liked the neckline personally. So I actually have worn it in an Instagram post already. I'll put that picture up here. If you want to see that in better detail, my Instagram is Graceful Carrie. It will be in the description below. Go check that out. I'm not going to lift this one up specifically because this body chain that I got actually broke on me, and if I tried to lift it up and show you guys, it would just look very confusing and complicated. I would know because I definitely didn't already film this video and decided it sucked and had to refilm it. This was a very thin body chain. Surprisingly, it came in 2 different pieces, which I actually liked in case you just wanted to wear one of them. One is supposed to be bigger than the other. It does have these cute little crystals on the front. It was a little big going around the back of me and around my stomach, but it was adjustable. The second piece broke instantly. Like as soon as I put it on, it broke. I mean, that just explains how incredibly cheap SHEIN is, and I just honestly don't trust their jewelry. The first chain was very thin and more of like a plastic than a metal, and you can kind of tell that because of how cheap it was, if you were to wear it into the shower or the ocean or swimming pool, the gold color might fade. This second jewelry item I actually love a lot, mainly because it didn't break unlike the other one, but it also has these really cute, what are they called, pendulums or something? Yeah, so that's what the one that dangles from your hip looks like. And then the bigger one that all the chains are connected to just looks like that. And the chains are very thick, they're very big. They are like very plasticky, they're not heavy at all. So I could see this changing colors in the water too if you were to wear it with your swimsuits. It just has one of these kind of clasps, and then you just clasp it anywhere on the chain to make it fit your waist. So it's very adjustable. It can fit, I wouldn't say any size because it was a little small on me. I did expect it to be a little bit longer. It's higher quality than the other one, mainly because it's a bigger chain. So this one isn't breaking anytime soon. And I really like this one too because you could wear around t-shirt dresses or normal dresses as like a belt, and it would be super cute. I do actually recommend this one. You can't get it in different sizes or anything, just like the other body chain, there were no sizes. And lastly, we are moving on to Zaful. So this is finally where we're gonna compare SHEIN versus Zaful swimsuit, the actual product. It's like this cloudy bag that has Zaful on the side. It has that parchment paper. I like this bag better because it has like the actual Ziploc, which is just easier to open and close. So I got this swimsuit because it's kind of black and edgy, and like if I was feeling bloated that day or something, like black just kind of hides that better. I have that like granola girl cottage core kind of vibe, but I also like to throw a little bit of edge into my aesthetic. So this is what the top looks like. As you can tell by how shiny it is, it's swimsuit material. I did expect the design to be a little bit more yellow. It's hard to tell, but in person it's more of like a salmon or a skin color. The top for me personally was kind of big, and it's very like cleavage showing, but it's a lot less cleavage showing than the light blue top that I showed earlier. This one to me is still pretty safe. Like how big the cups are, I think you can tell if you have an A or B cup, like that's that's a lot of coverage. Those are big cups. This has a crisscross back, and it does have this like adjustable part right here in the back. So you can tighten everything, like the straps are attached to this, the back is attached to this. You can really adjust this top to fit you. I do recommend this top from Zaful. It also have pads. However, these pads are not removable. There is no opening to remove them. You could easily make a slit because it is like 2 layers of fabric, I guess. They do also have a dart going up, which to me personally I like because that means I could remove the pads and it would look the exact same because of the dart. So moving on to the bottoms of our last item, they did come with a tag. None of the SHEIN swimsuits came with a tag, but at least Zaful has like their branding on their stuff. When it comes to the bottoms, this is what they look like. They are very cheeky. You can kind of tell they are more of like a low rise than a high rise, but you can like hike them up and still be kind of safe. They do stay on your hips, and these suits in particular are extremely comfy. I do really like this suit. So that's it for my swimsuit try on haul, SHEIN versus Zaful. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment below any other videos you would like to see from me in the future, and subscribe if you want to see more. Turn on post notifications if you want to be notified when I upload, and I will start uploading once a week every Thursday around 11-12 o'clock. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, I'll see you later, guys. Bye!